Alright guys, welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about Death Stranding 2. So guys, I picked this up, I got early access, I did not receive a free key for this. I bought this myself and paid for the deluxe version so that I could get early time with the game. So I played it for a couple hours last night. I put another almost 4 hours into it today after work, and I went through the first game when it first launched. I'm one of the people that absolutely loved Death Stranding. I loved everything about it. I thought it was the perfect mix of giving you a reason to actually traverse the world, but also giving you like I felt like the biggest problem with Death Stranding, the first one, was probably the slow ramp up to where it got to like this, to where it became the masterpiece that it is. And I feel like a lot of people got turned off on that. I feel like that absolutely turned a lot of people away from Death Stranding. You heard people talking about how it was a walking simulator, freaking Amazon delivery driver simulator, just everything they could lob at this game. And none of that was fair. None of that was fair. Well, I guess maybe some of it was, I mean, all right, it was fair. It was fair. You could legit say it's a walking simulator and that it's a delivery game. The majority of the game is delivering things and basically walking. So yeah, walking simulator, delivery simulator. For me, Death Stranding was a completely different experience. I absolutely love open world games. I think they are incredible. I love exploring new areas. I'm the kind of guy that will play a Ubisoft open world and just explore for a long time. Like I have zero issues with that, and to me that's actually very relaxing. It's just as relaxing as sim racing, you know, sim racing and, you know, open world exploration, absolutely incredible. So the thing with Death Stranding, the first game, was the world itself was essentially the main thing, the main theme of the game. You know, you're delivering, but you are trying to find creative ways to get across the world. As the game progresses, you get to build out roads and all kinds of other things. It's a shared world, so anybody in the world on your server, you know, when you're playing out there, if you build a bridge, they'll be able to use your bridge, and vice versa. If they build something, you can use that and you can like it and all kinds of stuff. So it's essentially an open world shared universe for the most part, but you don't ever see any other players. It is kind of a lonely experience for the most part. And, you know, getting in there and playing the game, listening to the music, the soundtrack was absolutely incredible. The overall experience that Death Stranding brought was something that it's like, man, I've never played this before, and this is good. And yeah, I mean, delivering stuff, it's like, what, like, who would have thought of something like that? And it gets to a point where it's like delivering the packages is more about getting stuff to where it needs to be so that you can connect the world and stuff. There's just this whole overarching story that once you get about halfway into the game, about 8 to 15 hours into the game like really takes off, and it's still about delivering, but it's more about like the story content, the combat, all kinds of stuff. And it really goes from like this serene type of game where you're just trying to learn how to navigate the world and stack your packages, deliver stuff, make sure it's there, you know, and like taking care of it, making sure it gets there in one piece and stuff like that. So it goes from that to like 180, and now it's this like Metal Gear Solid game, like on the drop of a dime. So let's talk about Death Stranding number 2. Death Stranding 2 is completely the opposite of that. You start off pretty much almost from the get-go. I would say within the first 20 minutes, you are already face to face with enemies. It legit took like 8 hours in the last game to get a firearm. This one, you start you start out with firearms. Like, you have firearms, you have access to defend yourself from the get-go on this game. And I was like, wow, that was cool. Like, this game ramps up way faster. If that was a problem in the last one, that is not going to be a problem this time at all. This is 100% like, yeah, get in there, start playing it. Just watch the recap if you don't want to go through the first game. I highly recommend going through the first game, my friends, because you have to learn how to be a porter, and that was probably the best way to do that. That slow start, trust and believe you are going to thank me for recommending you do that one before you do this one. Or you could watch the thing. But I feel like you will be more effective in the second game. You will be more effective in the second game because, trust and believe, the world, that big, beautiful world that I loved in the first game is now bigger, way better, and there's a lot more stuff that can get you now. So within the first half hour of the game, I experienced earthquakes, landslides, freaking flash flooding, sandstorm, high intensity wind that was, oh my gosh, man. Kojima knocked this one out of the freaking park. I was expecting something similar to the first game. You know, slow start, build up, do this, you know, explore this, you know, the new Australia. And trust me, guys, like, I already knew, like, the moment this game was announced that I was like, yeah, I'm going to buy that. So I legit watched nothing on it going forward. I didn't watch anything. I was like, okay, just give me the release date. I'll pre-order it and then I'll play it. I was like, oh my freaking gosh. Like, that hit me like a ton of freaking bricks when I'm walking across the ridge and there's like all of a sudden this earthquake and you're like, what the freak? And then the whole freaking canyon side slides down. I'm like, what the freak? I'm not even joking. And like, when you're out in the world, if there's an earthquake and you're in a freaking ravine and there's, oh my gosh, dude, I had to dodge rocks and run out of the way and stuff. I was like, are you kidding me? This is absolutely incredible. The way that makes the world feel. Oh, wow. Wow. I don't want to say this, you know what, honestly, guys, this is going to be my game of the year, period. Like, there's nothing that's going to come close to it. Clair Obscur 33, absolutely incredible game. I want to give them credit. That will absolutely be my second best game. Death Stranding, guys, I don't want to do anything else but play this game. I really don't. I really didn't even want to stop to make videos about it because I'm like, wow. But when it comes to like art direction, visuals, character models, animations, absolutely a step up. Some of the world design looks absolutely beautiful. This is the most beautiful game available on the PlayStation console. I am so thankful that I have a PS5 Pro to play this. I'm getting a 60 frames per second. It looks incredible on a 4K display. Wow, wow. I'm not even joking. Like, this game is so cool, man. I absolutely recommend getting and playing the first game. It is gonna be, it's pretty cheap right now. You can usually pick that up and get a good discount on it. Play through that. You want to learn how to become a porter. You should do that. Like, you will learn a lot. The game's a lot slower paced and it helps you come to grips with that, because in the second game, oh wow, man, like I think a lot of people would struggle coming into the second game not playing the first game. I think you're going to struggle a little bit because getting across flash flooding and all of these other things, man, a little bit more tricky than the first game for sure. And I'm like, wow, this is great. I mean, I'm like kind of gunning it, and I'm already to Australia. I'm already to Australia. I could see if this is your first game coming in here, it's probably going to take you like 10 freaking hours to get to Australia. I've been in Australia for over an hour now, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm just eating it up and I'm loving this. The world design. Oh my freaking gosh. This one just looks significantly better. And like I said, you know, like when you see these earthquakes, you see the freaking ridges fall down. The weapons, the combat feels really, really spot on. I had to fight this boss. You know, you have to fight a boss before you leave Mexico. And I was like, gosh dang, man, they even like the first boss was like up 10 notches from the first boss. The first boss from the first game was like this lion thing. You just run around and throw grenades at it. And now you got like this light machine gun. You've got like an assault rifle. You've got a handgun. You've got grenades, all kinds of stuff. And I'm like fighting this thing, and it's like, and it like sucks the whole freaking world in, and you're like trying to chug along against it, you know, and like, oh my gosh, man, like the wind, the environmental effects, okay, that is making this game significantly more challenging to be able to do what you got to do. But I'm having a blast. Like, I absolutely love this game. I cannot believe Kojima was able to build such an incredible game on top of something that was already phenomenal. And I really do. Like, I legit sit here and I'm like, gosh, man, so many people pass up so many good, memorable experiences because they listen to the nonsense on YouTube. People, oh man, it's a walking simulator. I'm like, really, man? This is probably one of the most engaging open world games you will ever freaking play in your life. Everybody's like, oh, it's the same stuff over and over again in the open world. They're empty worlds, and all, like the nonsense that people spew is so dumb these days, man. Like, this is probably one of those games that you absolutely should buy. This game has your AAA banger quality, solid performance. It's actually optimized and runs incredible. The visuals and the cutscenes and everything, absolutely top notch. I mean, this thing is incredible, incredible. And to not pick this up, to not put your money out there, this is the game. This is the game, my friends, that you should absolutely speak with your wallet and buy it and stand on that principle. Like, this is what we want more of. Because you know what? Honestly, guys, I would rather games come out like this, super polished, absolutely incredible, well thought out stories that are really, really good, very original. And I'm like, wow, this is incredible. This game could, you could kind of, you know, horror / you know, Silent Hill. Yeah, it's got like everything you need for it, but there is a lot of brighter moments in this game too. The first game was pretty dark and like, oh man, like almost emo. And this one here is more like, not emo, it was more dark and melancholy. This game here is more like, it's got a mix. It's like bright, vibrant, and beautiful, and then it goes to dark and macabre, and then you go back to like this, like, okay, like it's regular. And like this game here is like already just so many emotions, man, so many emotions already. Especially if you played the first game and you've gotten to know the characters and stuff in here. Within the first 5 hours, man, I was just like, gosh damn, I cannot believe they're doing that. Like, oh, man, some of the characters from the first game, man, like, whew, it's one of those games where it's like, man, I only like 5 hours and I already feel like I've got my money's worth easily. 5 hours, I've already got my money's worth. This game is absolutely incredible. So I'm gonna keep playing it. I'll try to put out other content, but I am so immersed in this experience that like I might be able to put out like one video a day or something, you know. And I don't know. I'll try. I had an idea for a video earlier today while I was at work, but came home and I jumped right on this, and I should have just recorded and put that video out first, but I didn't. So here we are. Yeah, this is an incredible game, guys. I hope you actually try it. 5 hours in and I'm already like, wow, this is absolutely incredible. So, all right, my friends, if you like this content, do not forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Froggy out.